And welcome to the Nasboys Sports Podcast. Now, did you know that the New York Jets have never beaten the Philadelphia Eagles? Both of these teams have been around for ages, but have only first met after the AFL and the NFL's merger in 1973. Since then, they've played 12 times, and most recently, two of the last three seasons in 2019 and 2021. The Eagles have won all of those games. So, anyways, guys, welcome to the Nasboys Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Mike, aka Mike Fob Fan 101, with my good friend and co-host Cam, aka Noticed_Cam.
Howdy, y'all.
So let's get down to talking about some sports. We are going to kick it off with the NFL. Patriots running back James White has announced that he is retiring from the NFL. If you guys don't know who that is, he is the guy that did that amazing touchdown that gave the Patriots, as my light went down because I was trying to put my phone back on the charger. That is going to make an excellent blooper.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was saying, he was the guy that made that amazing touchdown in one of the Super Bowls. I believe the one where they were down 28-3, and the Falcons fans are constantly getting mocked for it.
19! Toss to White. He's in! Patriots win the Super Bowl!
Yeah.
So, not too bad of a career. He's got some stories to tell his grandkids for sure.
Yeah, I definitely think he's a excellent running back, and he's done great things in the NFL. So, well deserved for him to take his break now.
Jets sign free agent Dwayne Brown to a 2-year deal. Don't really have an opinion on that.
Me neither.
Browns are considering trading for Jimmy Garoppolo if Deshaun Watson's 6-game suspension is increased. I think that's a smart move because Garoppolo, he's not the best quarterback, but I think he would do good if they did lose Deshaun Watson for a little bit. So that is not bad.
Yeah, Garoppolo is definitely a great replacement, in my opinion. I mean, we all remember that one year the 49ers had an amazing year, and Garoppolo was leading that team. So, I think he could lead the Browns to maybe a victory, so we'll see.
Quarterback Zach Wilson, he's got that dog in him, has a bone bruise and a meniscus tear. He's expected to miss 2 to 4 weeks.
He lost that dog in him.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, they expected him to have a torn ACL, so good news for them. But again, he's got that dog in him. I have to make that joke, yes. Broncos signed free agent linebacker Joe Sherbert. I don't know who that is. Eagles trade wide receiver JJ Arcega. Whiteside to Seahawks for cornerback Hugo Amida.
Amadi.
My bad. But yeah, I don't know who either of these guys are, so I don't have an opinion on that either. It looks like unlikely that Kamara Alvin will be suspended this season. I'm not surprised by that because Alvin Kamara is a star running back, and overall, I'm just not surprised by that. If you guys don't remember, he got into a fight at the Pro Bowl at a nightclub in, I think it was in Las Vegas last year.
Yeah, he did, and it was kind of bad for him. And also, guys, don't hate on Mike. It's not him. I just have terrible dyslexicness in me, so I put his name backwards on accident. My fault.
It's okay. Let's see. We got Chargers re-signed star safety Derwin James to a 4-year extension. Not a bad move for the Chargers.
Oh, it was actually, you missed something. $19 million per season, which is making him the
highest paid safety.
Yeah. Yep. And for the MLB, we have Padres superstar shortstop Fernando Tatis Jr. suspended for 80 games for using PEDs. His excuse was to treat ringworm, which it's funny. He said that, and then his dad said that it was because he got like some fungus after getting his haircut. So a little suspicious.
Yeah, I'd like to say my opinion on this. One of my rare baseball opinions here.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about this because I was gonna say that Tatis should be proven until or innocent until he's proven guilty. Like he should have the chance to show, hey, I had to go to the doctor for ringworm because they have those papers where they can show that his records or whatever. But now that his dad's saying that he had fungus or whatever, that's just sus. And the stuff that he was using is a steroid. If you Google it, I made sure it was a steroid, and it is. So Tatis just starting the steroid movement again in baseball.
Yeah, clearly he's I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Tatis, man. I don't know why. I just never have. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Texas Rangers fired their manager Chris Woodward after garnering a 211 to 287 record through his time with the team. Pretty crappy. He Texas Rangers fans are celebrating everywhere, and I'm also going to add this on because this was just announced today that the Rangers also fired their team president John Daniels, which, by the way, the Rangers are having a parade. All right, Rangers fans love this idea. So, they should have done this probably 10 years ago, but it's okay. Blue Jays reinstated outfielder George Springer from the 10-day IL. Dodgers ace right-handed pitcher Walker Buehler will undergo season-ending elbow surgery. Prayers up. Oakland A's promoted their number one prospect catcher. I'm gonna murder this guy's name. Shea Langeliers to the majors. This is not only the first guy, he's really good. I'm actually gonna bring up his stats because this is a little Christian moment right here. A little bit of a Christian moment, guys. So his stats for this year were in 353 at bats. He had a .283 average, 19 home runs, 56 RBIs, 5 stolen bases, and an OPS of .876. And I'm also going to say, which you'll see him later on in the top 10, New York Mets caught up their highly rated third baseman prospect, Brett Beatty, to the majors. And I'm going to give you guys his stats as well because I'm just that dude. I got that dog in me. And he's had 362 at-bats. He had a .315 average, 19 home runs, 60 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, and an OPS of .943. And pretty
Cam, I'm
impressive.
sorry. Cam, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but at this point, with the amount of times we said he got that dog in him, I should just name this episode that.
I agree. Or we should put it somewhere in the thumbnail for sure. It's got to be somewhere in it. Mets right-handed pitcher Carlos Carrasco has a low-grade oblique injury and will miss 3 to 4 weeks. Atlanta Braves re-signed outfielder Michael Harris to an 8-year, $72 million contract extension. I'd love to say the Atlanta Braves have been fleecing everybody, man. It's like they got to be holding these guys hostage or something. 72 mil for 8 years. Dude, you could probably make 40 mil for a 2-year deal, like a 3-4 year deal. What are you doing? Such a bad idea. And then this one's really sad for me. Reds veteran first baseman Joey Votto will undergo season-ending injury to repair his torn rotator cuff. He did it today, and sad stuff.
Yeah, sorry for you, Cam.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Now, moving on to the NBA, we got the Jazz and the Knicks, possible trade talks about Donovan Mitchell. This has been ongoing for a couple weeks now. The Wizards are also a team of interest. There was one other team, but of course I forgot it because I care more about the Wizards, to be honest, because they're my favorite team. But I don't know how I feel about Donovan Mitchell on the Knicks. The Knicks, I got a fact for you here. The Knicks actually played a rec league game or Drew League. I'm not sure. Just one of these leagues that players go into just to have fun and play. And their new big three of Jalen Brunson, Obi Toppin, and Julius Randle actually played in one of those rec league games, and they lost so badly. I forgot the actual score, but I know they lost the game. It was just terrible, and a lot of people were making fun of them for it. So I don't know how the Knicks are going to do this season. I know that they still got time to turn around, and it's just a rec league game, but I don't know what to tell you there. So Donovan Mitchell would definitely help them.
The Knicks have a younger team for sure, and I think that if you had more guys, or not that. If you had guys like Donovan Mitchell and, even Julius Randle being like a role model to this team and kind of hey, follow these steps and you're going to make it big.
Right.
I think that it would be really valuable. So if they're able to get him, that would be great. The Wizards would, if they were able to get him, that'd be insane too.
Yeah, the thing is a lot of people were like criticizing in Wizards group chats because he's very ball dominant. And you know who else is very ball dominant? Bradley Beal. So a lot of people are worried that would cause a lot of issues. And quite honestly, I would have to agree.
Yeah, that's it. That is a good point. I do agree on that. That is a good point.
I'm not gonna be one of those fans, like, a lot of Celtic fans I've seen on the internet that are like, oh yeah, we gotta have every superstar on the team. So LeBron James agrees to a 2-year, $97.2 million contract extension. Not at all surprised with that. Why wouldn't the Lakers re-sign him? He's LeBron freaking James. What else is new there?
Yeah, I know, kidding. And if you just think about it, that's 48 million per season.
Right. I mean,
Holy-
yeah, not surprised. Isn't he making less than like Jokic? I could be
uh,
wrong.
maybe, but he has way more money than Jokic, though.
Oh,
100%.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I just meant this season or
Yeah.
whatever, the next few seasons. And then finally with the NBA is introducing Rivals Week from January 24th through the 28th.
Yes. And I didn't wasn't able to put these in, but I'm gonna say them for Mike. So the games that they have playing throughout this 4-day span is the Lakers versus the Clippers, the
Mhm.
Celtics versus the Heat, Nets versus Sixers, Warriors versus Grizzlies, Nuggets versus Sixers, Nets versus Knicks, Hornets versus Bulls, Grizzlies versus Wolves, Raptors versus Warriors, Mavs versus Suns, and Lakers versus Celtics. Which one are you most excited about, Mike?
Man, there's a lot of those games I was talking about. While I pull up the list to look at it one more time, um, my take on this, I think this is a great move for ESPN. I'm sure they're going to be on like ESPN, ABC, all that. I think that's a great move because ESPN had a lot of great games this season. Like, there were a lot of games with the Knicks, for example, that were pretty good. They went to OT, the Knicks and the Nets, I know. But then there were some duds, and that's normal with the NBA. And I feel like a lot of these games are going to be very, very good. Like the Lakers and the Clippers, for example. If Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook can actually play to their normal potential, they could match up really well with the Clippers' big three. And the Clippers' big three needs to stay healthy. And plus, since my favorite player in the whole NBA, John Wall, is on the Clippers, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm also really looking forward to the rematch of the Celtics versus the Heat. Nets versus the Sixers. We all know why that is because, Ben Simmons and the city of Philadelphia. I'm really excited for him to make his return to Philadelphia and watch all the fans boo and possibly throw trash. And we could even see a big fight. Who knows?
Yeah.
Warriors and the Grizzlies. I don't know why this was exactly. I know they had a really hard fought series, but I'm not as big of a fan of that as the Celtics and the Heat and the Nets and the Sixers and the Lakers and the Clippers. So I'll watch it still, but I'm just not as big of a fan of it. Nuggets and the Sixers. That's very random. I don't know if that's because those were Allen Iverson's teams. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nets and the Knicks. That's a battle of New York. Mm, not too terrible there. Hornets and the Bulls. That's another random matchup, but okay. Grizzlies and the Wolves. That's a good one. That was a great series when they played in the first round. I'm interested to see that one. Raptors and the Warriors. They're rehashing the 2018 finals. No. Mavs and the Suns, that was a good series, and the Lakers and the Celtics, we already know, very classic series.
Yeah. If I had to pick some that I like the most that I think I'm really interested in is the Lakers, Celtics. Definitely the uh Grizzlies and Wolves, and probably the Celtics and Heat.
Yeah, and then I think another thing that we didn't mention was Bill Russell is going to be the first player in the NBA or in any sports league to have his number retired across the league. But players wearing number 6, like LeBron James, for example, can still keep the number for now.
Oh, yeah. Well, I hate to burst your bubble, Mike, but in baseball, they have Jackie Robinson's 42.
Oh my
Yeah. I
Oh
can't believe
my
you just
God, I
messed that
forgot
one up.
about Jackie Robinson and Wayne Gretzky. My apologies. I
Yeah.
mean, he's the first player in the NBA. My
Yeah.
mistake.
Yeah, you're good. And before we end this episode off today, guys, this isn't gonna be a classic, but maybe every once in a while we'll pop in and give this. Here's your new Florida man. Florida man, armless man, arrested after stabbing tourists with scissors using his feet. And that is a real thing, fellows. So go look it up online for yourself.
That was very random, Cam, but okay.
I'm gonna make it a thing.
You know what? Let's do it.
I'm making it big.
All right, but before we do go into the top plays, let's talk a little bit about this weekend's UFC fight, UFC 278 between Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards. So we're gonna do what we always do and talk about the 3 main fights of the card. So I forgot. I know Jose Aldo's fighting, but I forgot who he was fighting. I'm gonna go look at that now. So let's see. He's fighting this guy, Murab Divalshi.
Divalshi, I don't know. He's like Sweden, guys. That's all you need to know.
I don't know who he is. I think Aldo beats him by decision.
I'm also gonna go Jose Aldo by decision.
And then we got Luke Rockhold and Paulo Costa for the co-main event. I'm gonna go with Luke Rockhold knocks out Paulo Costa in the second round.
Okay, and I'm gonna go Luke Rockhold is gonna go to decision as well.
And then finally, Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards. I think Kamaru Usman is gonna TKO him in the third round.
And I think Kamaru Usman's gonna do it in the second round, man. I don't think he's going to have a flash knockout, but mark my words, I think he's gonna have a knockdown and just beat the crap out of him until hope to God Herb Dean steps in the way.
I don't even know if Herb Dean's gonna be the ref, but
I hope he is. That's what I mean. That's why I said hope to God.
Yeah. I was gonna say Leon Edwards better be praying right now that Herb Dean's the ref.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, now let's do the top 10 plays of the week. So coming in at number 10, we got this Yankees double play.
And at number 9, Sam Howell runs in for the TD.
Dominated. Take another look at it. It opens up O-line, getting it done. Parts the C, makes the move, and gets in the end zone.
And at number 8, we got this 95.5 mile per hour throw from Brian Anderson for the double play.
High in the air, out to right field. Anderson underneath it, makes the catch. Myers tags, throw is there, and he got him! A strike from B.A.
And at number 7, Nolan Arenado's big throw to Paul Goldschmidt.
On both ends.
But the wherewithal to take his time and make sure he gets it over there and doesn't get it there, but the tag, without being hesitant, without being too quick, he just gets the glove up there right between the legs.
And at number 6, we got this Bills scoop and score.
For Nick Foles. Pressure coming. Foles is hit, and he lost the football. Scooped up by the Bills. Terrell Bernard down the sideline. Touchdown.
And your new rookie, your boy, Brett Beatty, homer on his second ever pitch for 2 runs.
Breaking ball and hits it out to Ryan. Acuna goes back to the warning track, looks up, and out of here! How about that? Brett Beatty hits a 2-run homer in his first major league at bat.
And at number 4, Chris Taylor big
Lifted to center field. Taylor over, makes the play, saves the game on to the 11th.
big catch to keep the game going.
And at number 3, Daryl Mooney, big catch.
He's got to show he can anchor on the bull rush too. Big test for him today. Lofted and up there for Darnell Mooney inside the 45 of Kansas City. Nice job.
And at number 2, this Stephon Diggs one-handed catch.
And at number 1, drum roll please, Brandon Crawford.
Center field. Thomas back. Out of here. This game is over.
Walk off.
And so with that will conclude this weekend's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Make sure you guys follow our socials, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Peace.